Good morning, everyone. How are we doing today? July 5th, Sunday, July 5th. So, a couple of things. You know, it's Sunday because I have to do my goals update video, which is something I look forward to every week. And also, today's a special day I will remember for quite a while. There is a pretty large YouTube channel run by a friend of the channel, Spencer Cornelia. And I will, once this video is posted, I will find the link and post it in the description. But he runs a channel that he does about a lot of real or charlatan videos. And he was gracious enough to reach out to me over the weekend and say he would like to do one on myself. And the message of this channel, one rental at a time. So I'm going to remember July 5th for quite a while because I thought he did a spectacular video on myself and this thing we are trying to do together, one rental at a time. So go check it out. I will probably do a reaction video, but I want to watch it a couple more times and take notes. There's a few things in that video that you will hear that I don't talk a lot about because I don't want to be perceived as bragging, or it shouldn't be about me. It shouldn't be about the numbers. But I think it was important for him to get those details directly from me and put them in the video just to kind of document what he was building for his channel. So if you want to really know some numbers about what's going on, you got to watch that video because I'm still uncomfortable kind of sharing those out loud because it shouldn't be about me. It should be about us and what we are doing to help your financial future, not mine. So I thought that was, I'm still a little moved. I just saw it about 10 minutes ago. So go check it out. So what are we looking at today? Lots of different things. First and foremost, if you've been watching this channel for any length of time, you know that I did not feel very good about the close of the market Wednesday and Thursday, specifically Thursday, right? We had that blockbuster employment number. We went from 13.3 to 11.1, right? The consumer is getting back to work, but we kind of had a weak close. Now we're going to find out. We're going to find out a couple of things. Was the close weak just because nobody wanted to hold stocks for the weekend, which has been the historical norm for at least the last 3 weeks? Or are we stretching the bounds of profit and earnings? Are we stretching the bounds now that we're into the third quarter? We're going to get some pretty horrible Q2 numbers. What is going on in the market? And of course, Wednesday, I did a video about, hey, all the news lined up. That was the day we got great news from Pfizer, I believe it was. And it still was kind of a ho-hum day. So I don't know if we've seen the extremes of enthusiasm now that we're in Q3. The summer is in full force. So we're going to find out pretty early. I think we're going to find out Monday if this is, if the relief rally or new bull market continues, or if people are like, well, second wave coming, shutdowns coming, time to get nervous, right? Because this channel is about the consumer. We got to try to figure out what the consumer is. They are the driver of the economy. And most importantly for real estate, they are my biggest competitor, right? They can overpay. They can do 3.5% down, all of those things. So that's why I've been watching the consumer for 20 years. So that's going to be important. Got some numbers on the CMBS delinquency rates across the sector. Now, these were for May, right? So we don't have June data just yet, but it's pretty telling. And we're going to talk about what, 1, 2, 3, 4 segments going from April to May. Some will show great stress, others will be okay, but let's talk about them. And we'll just go in the order that the article had it. Lodging, right? Think hotels. Hotels in April, delinquency was 2.71%. Anybody want to guess what May was? Just real quick. 19.13. That's like an 8-fold increase. That's not good. That's not good. Multifamily. This is one this channel has been talking about a lot, right? This is one of the things in apartments, and multifamily was 1.92% in April. You got to guess, you got a gut feel. The answer is 3.25. So my guess is most of us, including myself, I expected that to be higher with all the noise we have in the system. But again, I think it is pretty clear that rent collection has exceeded all of our worst case scenarios. I think we are in the last month of potentially great collection. A lot of this is going to be about the stimulus, right? What happens from July 20th to July 31st? I think it is still a crime. I've said this now 3 times that the Senate and House are on summer recess in the middle of a pandemic. That is not taking care of the American public. They should be ashamed of themselves. Get to work. Take a break. Take a break when this is behind us. But whatever. Politicians, what are you going to do? Retail. Retail started April or finished April at 3.67 and went to 10.14. So a bunch of pain and probably a lot more coming, I'm thinking. And then office. Like multifamily, I expected this to be more. It went from 1.92 to 2.4, right? So not about a half a percent. So again, why do I talk about the CMBS? Because I believe, unlike the last crash that I went through, the last crash clearly impacted single family. It was clearly you and I. I believe they're going to do everything they can, and they have, right? They've taken forbearance. They've changed how forbearance is done. Rates are low. The last thing they want to see fall is single family homes. So what does that mean? That means the bigger stuff, the commercial stuff, likely going to be pretty painful. And you are all seeing more and more funds be called distressed funds. Actually, I think Grant Cardone, I think I just got an email advertising a fund that he is looking to raise 250 grand. Got to be an accredited investor, but it's a distressed fund. I think that is going to be the topic du jour for people to come. So that's why people are watching that. That's why you and I have to watch that, because we're going to see where the pain is in this system. Not sure if you saw this yesterday. I don't know if this is a stunt or not, but Kanye West announced that he is going to run for president 2020. A couple of things. I don't know if he can run as anything but a write-in ballot at this point, because I think there's like a process to get added to the ballot. I think he's late. He's probably really late. But when I read that, and if this really does pick up steam, the person that is most happy that Kanye West is running, you have any idea who that is? It's our existing president. Kanye West, if he really runs and puts some advertising and feet on the street and all of that, who do you think he's going to take votes from? Do you think he'll take votes from our existing president or the one running against him? I guess he takes votes from both, but do you know which one he takes the most from? Biden. He will take more votes from Biden, which is just funny to say, but he could. Kanye West running and taking votes from Biden could make it easier. It's when you do the math, it's unfortunately comical to think about what could happen if that really was real. I have to assume he has a good life and he has no interest in really being president, but man, if that happens, watch out. There's a lot of talk about cash on the sidelines, dry powder, all of this nonsense. They're not talking about $4 trillion. This is impactful, right? This is the consumer that you and I talk about and we follow. And we have to ask why, right? The savings rate went from 7.9% in 2000, call it 8% in 2019. In April, it peaked at 33%. So we weren't shopping, and B, we were saving because we were scared, right? That's classic stuff. So it is interesting to see what will happen going forward. Because again, if we as the American consumers don't consume and save, the wheels of our economy will be slower to recover. It just will. We don't export a lot of stuff. So we have to watch that, and we have to watch what is going on. So it will be interesting to see where the savings go going forward. And then lastly, there are 4 charts that really talk about what is going on that I have been tracking, and I thought I would talk about them just given it's Sunday and we're heading in for the week. And these are charts I'll be watching the rest of the year. One is restaurant bookings, right? Right. Not only takeout, but bookings, right? In-room dining. So it looks like restaurant bookings have come off the bottom, which was down 100%, and now they have trickled up to down 60%. So not quite halfway back. It will be interesting to see if these rolling hot spots dampen that. I think logically speaking, it will. But realize restaurants are a large employer base, and we kind of want them coming back because, again, those employees, they need jobs, they need them off the unemployment payroll going forward. Hotel occupancies. This is a big one for me. It actually was better than I thought. Hotel occupancies have gone from down over 90% to now down, they're at 45% occupancy. So they used to be 90% vacant. Now they're 55% vacant, or AKA 45% occupied. That really goes to people wanting to drive to vacation. This is a new thing. We are no longer flying to Europe. Heck, they don't let us in. I thought it was funny. I read an article about some rich folks taking a private jet to Italy, and Italy turned them around. I'm like, ooh, that's some expensive gas. But again, a lot of people are vacationing and using hotels, but they're just local, right? 2, 3, 4 hour drive. But hotel occupancy is 45%. It's going to be tough to get above that until the workers go back. And I don't know why I'm drawing a blank on that word, but that's what you get from live, right? Until the people like me that used to be in sales that would travel for work, it's going to be tough to get much above 50%. Air travel. This is going to be a big one for us. Air travel currently is down 78%. It is definitely trending up. We are getting more confident. I think the declaration that you got to wear a mask, I think it was United first, I think, or maybe it was American. But we need to become more confident. It's obviously a lot of local travel, but that is going to be, again, that's a huge employer. And October 1st is a big day for the airlines because that's when they can now furlough and lay off people because it's hard to be profitable running at only 22% occupied. And then lastly, home purchases, kind of the number one chart for you and I. And this one shocked me, right? If you've been watching my daily videos for a while now, you will know that, I don't know, in March, I was like, ooh, watch out. Both buyers and sellers are going to be nervous. Nobody's going to do anything. They're going to sit tight. Well, I got that half right. Sellers took a lot off, and we are still running about 30% below pre-health event, which is meaningful because demand maybe have come down a little, but is still running hot for affordable housing. And it is going to be interesting because house purchases are up 15%. If that's a big if that continues, we are going to see housing in most cities appreciate quite substantially. It's just a supply and demand problem. Now, again, as I'm often reminded, there are exceptions like San Francisco and New York where rents are falling and values are falling because people are living and they don't want to live in vertical cities. But most of the country, if supply stays here and demand is here, values go up. I lived this in 03, 04, and 05. And again, I did a video just the other day where California saw 3 years in a row of double-digit appreciation. I'm not calling for that yet. I'm just saying if demand stays this low or supply stays this low and demand is going up, we will see what is going on. And yes, I do believe there are two markets. There's the jumbo or ultra luxury market, and then there's where I invest and play the affordable or conventional market. And it's the affordable market that I refer to when I speak. The jumbo market is slowing. First off, jumbo loans are harder to get. They're less available. And there's less people signing up for the mansion. So that's what I got for you. Pretty exciting Sunday. Again, I'm going to go get that URL for Spencer's video. It was a great summary. There are going to be numbers in there that I don't talk about because I don't want it to be about the numbers on this channel. I want this channel to be about helping people, getting your mind right, learning your market, being conservative, all of those things. I am truly trying to help. I am not trying to show off. All right, everybody, take care. Bye.